Hey everybody, what's up today? Hope everybody's doing good. I meant to do this yesterday, but I wasn't feeling real well, so. But since last week I put a guitar lesson on, I would just want to kind of continue to do that every Monday or Tuesday or once a week, whenever I can get it done. But I'm gonna try to shoot for like every Monday. But I know this is a Tuesday. But next week I'll try to do it on Monday again. Couple things here for a start. Like I said last week, I ain't trying to get rich on here or nothing. I like sharing music. But I will say, like if you go do a half an hour lesson at a music store or private lessons, basically you're gonna, to be honest with you, I haven't looked into going into a music store and taking guitar lessons in a long time, so I really don't know, what the going rate is. I'm guessing it's around $15 for a half hour lesson. So I'm just guessing. I don't really know. I know back when I used to give lessons at a music store in Saline, Ohio, Saline Music Center or store, but I think I was charging, I don't know, maybe $10 at that point in time. But anyway, I do have Cash App and I do have Venmo, and I'm not saying I'm charging anybody anything, but if you appreciate what I'm doing and just feel like throwing a tip out there or something, hey, I'm not going to complain about that either. But I'm going to put my information up here. First one there's for Cash App. Second one there's Venmo. But like I said, if you feel like throwing me a tip or you appreciate what I'm doing, by all means feel free. But yeah, alright, let's get into it. Last week I went over showing you what all the notes are on the fretboard and how to find them. There's something I wanted to go over with you that I didn't go over last week. We'd already established, if you've paid attention to last week's lesson and you've been working on that stuff, then okay, you're already going to know that we got our low E there. On our 6 strings, our low E. And then we go to F, F sharp. Now, here's what I didn't say. I'd said before between E and F and B and C there's no sharps or flats, but I really didn't talk about flats at all. Okay? So, if this here is an F sharp, and our next note is a G, if you back to that F sharp again, you can either call it an F sharp because you're going a little bit higher, half step higher from your F note, or if you're up here on your G and you want to go down a half step, you can call that a G flat because you're going backwards. That's a G note. Going backwards, you're flatting the note, so you could call that a G flat. The only thing I showed you last week is just going up the neck, so I was calling them all sharps. But this note right here actually has 2 names. That can be either an F sharp or that can be a G flat. And that's why I said between E and F and B and C there are no sharps or flats. So there's no such thing as a B sharp or a C flat. It just goes directly from B to C, and same with the E and F. There's no such thing as a E sharp or an F flat. Those things do not exist. So I just kind of wanted to go back over that and show you that there's flat names to every note too. It's just basically if you're going backwards, you're flattening the note. If you're going forwards, you're sharpening the note. That's the whole premise behind the sharps and the flats. But all right, well, to move on from that, I've jotted a few things down here too. Let's just quickly go back over because I think we're gonna go with the Wild Thing song. But this time too, I want to pay more attention to what I'm doing over here. Okay. So if you notice, I'm doing 3 downstrokes on the G chord, G power chord. 1, 2, 3. Then you'll do 2 on the C. 1, 2. And then you'll do 3 on the D. 1, 2, 3. Back to the C, you'll do 2. And then you'll go back up to the G for the 3 again. So that's how it repeats. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Now, there's so many variations of what you could. I'm simplifying things for you, but you know, you can do it however you want to do it. I mean, you could do it that way if you want to get funky with it or whatever, but I'm just showing you basic stuff, and we'll get into working, doing more, you know, things here back and forth or whatever. And then there's other tricks, you know, like muffling your strings back here. I'm going to turn this up where it's more distorted so you can get you can hear it better. So there's a thing you call palm muting on your strings back here. And that's basically you're just laying your palm across your strings to give it a muffled sound. So instead of just being like, I'll get the E here, using an E power chord. I'm just hitting that open like that. No muffling anything. Now if you rest your palm back here, you can't go up too far, it won't work very good. You gotta be back like right where they're attached back here. There, you get the muffled sound. And by the way, I haven't showed you that chord. I'm going to show you that one today. And this isn't something you really have to worry about right now. I just threw that in there, but we're mainly going to worry about what we're doing. You know, we're going to strum stuff, and we'll go over that, but that palm muting, that's not really something you got to worry about right now. But okay, just again to reiterate last week, we got every ass does give bigger eggs. It's the names of our strings of the first letters. E, A, D, G, B, E. High E, low E. First string, sixth string. But if you was paying attention last week, you already know that stuff. But yeah, as far as those the wild thing, just remember, and I just for now, if things are being difficult for you, just do all downstrokes though. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And I am using my palm to stop those chords, the sound. Like after I do the 1, 2, 3, I'll touch my hands back here to stop it. And after the 2, after that 3, after all of them, I stop them to, you know, so it don't sound all garbled together. And you can do it that way, and there may be some cases where there's cause to do that, but if you want it just to sound clean, you'll get a much cleaner sound that way. Because I'm going to try to teach you tricks to where you don't sound sloppy. I mean, all of us make mistakes every now and again and get sloppy. We're just human, but if you have a nice, crisp, clean sound, it sounds good. It sounds better. It makes you sound, more professional. So, but this week I want to show you 3 more chords. This week I'm going to show you E, A, and B. Okay? Last week we done G, C, and D. And again, we'll go over the E, A, and the B. We'll do the power chords, and we'll do the major chords. So E, you already know E. E I already showed you. It's your top open E, and then in the 2nd fret on the 5th string, your A string. There's your E power chord right there already. And you also know if you go up to the octave, it's up here. On where your double dot is, that's your next octave. So that's an E, and that's an E. But I didn't show you the E major chord. Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Anyway, got myself confused. But, alright. The E major chord, our root note, obviously, is going to be E. And that's going to be our top string here. Okay? And for the E chord, you'll be strumming all of your strings. But, alright, we're going to start off in this first fret. We're going to come up to the third string, which is our G string. Okay? That's where your index finger is going to be. Your your middle finger is going to come over here into the second fret and go up to the A string, the fifth string. And then your ring finger is going to fall right below your middle finger in the same second fret. And it's going to be on the D string, your fourth string. And then you're going to hit all of the strings. So that's your E. That's your E major chord. E power chord. E major chord. Always looks like I got my pinky on something sometimes, but I don't. Okay, there's your E. Now, let's move to our A. So, naturally, our A is going to start with our root note, our open A there. Okay? And then I'm going to show you two different ways you can get this. You can use one finger for this. If you got, if your finger's strong enough to do it at first, you might not be. Sometimes, you got to build up a little strength in your fingers. So you can either, the three strings that you're trying to press down is going to be the D, G, and the B, all with one finger. Because we're hitting the middle four strings. We're going from the A string down to the B string. But you're going to hit all of those. There's four notes there. And if you don't want to hit all four and you just want the A power chord, well, then you just hit these two. Just like you do with the E up here. And you can do the same thing with the D. There's simple songs played with those. Let's see, what's the old song from the Romantics? It's What I Like About You or whatever. You can play that right there. Hey! Or John Cougar Mellencamp. What song is it? R.O.C.K. in the USA. You play that the exact same way you play the Romantic song. You could do a medley. Well, actually one of the chords I'm going to show you today is right there. If I can get my middle finger out of the way, I ain't flipping anybody off. And that's, again, you're barring more than one note with your finger. So, again, there's our E. You strum all of the strings. Our A, we're going to be, if you don't want to use that one finger, you can use three fingers that hit all those same notes. See, here I got three fingers this time. Just, right together. One down below the next. And that's the same thing as barring them with one finger. So I will let you decide how you want to do it. At some point, you're going to want to be able to do it both ways. Because there's certain things you can do with one position versus the other or whatnot. So, and then let's move on to the B. Our B is our string we're going to start with is our A string, but we're going to come up here that's going to be our B. So we're starting with our A string in the second fret. Then we're going to go down to the D string. We're going to be barring three notes again. With this one's even going to be harder than doing the A, but this is going to be with your ring finger. So the B chord here is only going to use, you're going to use two fingers. You're going to use your index and your ring. Your index is going to be in the 2nd fret on the 5th string, your A string, and then your ring finger is going to bar the next 3 notes. So all together and you're only hitting the middle 4. You don't want to hit that E up there. I mean, there's songs where chords like that are used because they sound kind of cool. But in this case, what we're doing, you want to touch that top string with your index finger just to muffle it. So even if you do hit it, it's not making a sound really. Okay? So let's go back over those. We got E major. We got A major, or this way, and then we got B. That's a B7. I won't worry about that right now. But so we got E, A, and B. Now we're playing Wild Thing out of E. And we're using that same strumming pattern back here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, that B's already, I mean, we're hitting 4 notes there, but if you want just the power chord version, you just hit the top 2. Those top 2 notes, the A string and the D string. So, playing that song in power chords, you know the D power chord already. The A power chord is just moving your index finger down 1 string, and instead of hitting your E and the A string, you hit the A and the D string. Just those 2 notes. And then now we're learning B, so our B is right there. So now we got that in power chords or major chords. I think we're up to, that's what, 6 chords? I've showed you 6 major chords. Which one haven't I showed you yet? F. I haven't showed you F. I wonder if I ought to just throw that in there today. I think I will. F is going to be your bar. You're going to bar your bottom 2 strings here in the 1st fret. Okay? Your B and high E string. Your index finger is going to match both of those. And then it's kind of like a C. You know, C kind of cascades like that. That's C major. Okay? And you've already got your index finger down here on the B string. All you're going to do is just hit that high E string with it too. And then we're going to go to the 2nd fret, come up to the 3rd string, which is our G string, and then we're going to go, that's with our middle finger, and then with our ring finger, we're going to go out into the 3rd fret onto the D string, 4th string. And then we're going to strum the bottom 4 strings just like we do with the D chord. Those 4 notes, that's your F. So I gave you 4 chords today to practice with. So we got E, A, B, now we added the F. I showed you the G, didn't I? Yeah, because we were playing the Wild Thing last week out of G. G, C, and D. And now we've learned it this week out of E. Just to learn those notes, or chords, E, A, and B. And then I just threw the F in there because that's all that's left. So now you should know them all. A, B, C, D, D, E, F, and G. So, and it's going to take a while. Don't think you're going to be able to play those overnight. It's not going to happen, I guarantee it. It takes time and it takes patience, a lot of patience to learn to play the guitar. But I tell you, if you really have the desire and you have the love of music and you put the time in, you will get results. You'll get results. I guarantee it. And when you go through those, practice. Just practice going through all those. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Every song played is either those or some variant of those chords. It's amazing that so many songs can be written and be different and only really have so many chords to choose from. But, there's a lot of different tempos and stuff like that, too. Now, I also wanted to give you, last week I gave you some exercises for your alternating, your picking, and for your fingers, where you alternate back and forth. This is the one I showed you last week. I'm going to give you a different one this week. It's going to be the same premise. Still, one finger per fret. This particular, and you can do it anywhere, but just for the sake of showing you, I'm going to start on the A note here on the E string. And we're going to do that same alternating picking, same fingerings, but instead of moving up and down the fretboard, we're going to stay in those same 4 frets and move down this way and then back up. Okay? Same with the same alternating picking on each string. Start with your downstroke. Again. See, I fumble on them sometimes too. Eventually we'll get into where doing like hammer-ons and pull-offs, doing that kind of thing. I need to do more of that myself. How many minutes? We're about at a half hour. So again, we got, today we learned E, we learned A, and we learned B. And F, I threw that in there, I forgot. So just, keep practicing, changing between. At first, it doesn't matter whether you're creating a song or maybe playing a song or anything. Just practice, switching through all of the chords. And like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. But that's kind of why I wanted to show you that easy song to play. Just at least it's not the whole song, but it's the majority of the song. There's another part in there, a different, I guess it'd be a bridge or something, but very simple song. You know, again, go back to doing the Wild Thing in G, and do it not only on your power chords, but also your major chords. Should probably do that slower, because I know, unless you already kind of know what you're doing, you're not going to do it that fast. It's easier to do it on the power chords. That's kind of why I wanted to throw that in there last week, so you can at least feel like you're accomplishing some chords. That's another one that's done with power chords, the old 38 Special song, Hold On Lucy. Anyway, we'll get into messing around with stuff like that way down the road, but you gotta get all this